Hi, Waterloo Athletic family. It's Breeyn, Athletic Director here at Waterloo. Today I am joined with Breeyn, Garrett, senior, and Dustin Crawford, also a senior. We're going to talk with them about everything real quick. I hope you guys enjoy. Breeyn, let's start with you. Let's talk about the sports you play. What are you all involved with here at Waterloo?
Starting freshman year, I've been involved with soccer, volleyball, and cheerleading. I've been varsity all 4 years, excluding my injury year. But yeah, I've been playing varsity for volleyball and soccer, and then on the floor for competitive cheer. I did football cheer for 1 year while I was out of volleyball that year. And then involved with a bunch of other extracurriculars. But
Excellent. Dustin, what about your career?
I play football, basketball, and baseball for Waterloo.
Excellent. Excellent. Breeyn, let's go back to you. Talk about your experience here at Waterloo. Things that you really enjoy, favorite memories, lasting memories, those types of things.
I mean, since we've all grown up together, I love to have just seen everybody grow and develop through all these teams. I played soccer with some of these girls since we were in kindergarten, so it's just crazy to see all of that. But as far as high school memories go, every year for cheer, just going to sectionals and state, we really want to make it to day 2 eventually. That's always our big thing.
This year.
But yes,
This year.
hopefully
This
year.
Yep.
But we've gotten very, very close. The bond on that team is unreal. It's been so close the past couple of years, and especially volleyball this year too. We've gotten so close. I wasn't able to play in the history making game last year, but I got to watch it, and that was good too. I really wish I could have been there. And then for
Tell
soccer,
us about that game a little bit.
Oh, I couldn't make a lot of the games last year to watch, but I gladly got to make that one. We had probably one of the best fan sections I have ever seen for a volleyball game, and I really wanted to be out there to play for it because when our fan section is good, it really, really, like, your adrenaline, it's there, and it's so fun to play like that. But I can't wait. I really hope we get games like that again this year. The energy, it was unreal. It was so cool to be there and watch, but
It makes a big difference
yes.
when there's a bunch of people and they're cheering and going
Yes.
crazy, isn't it?
Of course, yeah.
It really does.
Yeah, and then same thing for our super sectional soccer game my freshman year. I got to play in that, and that was really cool because that was history for our girls soccer team.
Sure.
And yeah, that's obviously an experience I will never forget about either.
Good. Good. Dustin, how about you? Favorite memories so far? The things you like best about Waterloo athletics, those types of things.
My most memorable thing is probably going to state in 2019.
Yeah.
2019. I was a sophomore then.
2018.
Yeah.
2018, right?
I don't remember.
Whatever it was.
Something like
Whatever
that.
it was. Yeah.
But being that young with all them older guys, it really broadened my knowledge of baseball, and it really helped me see everything that I could possibly do with that.
Talk about some of the leadership on that team. We've had past interviews with Tyson Radel, who was a big part of that, and we talked about those things with Tyson. Talk about that senior leadership and what it meant for that team, having those types of character kids on that team.
It was unreal. We weren't very good in conference. We were not very good. You could have asked anybody, and they would never have said we would have made it that far.
Mm-hmm.
But we bonded. Trey Cooper was a catcher, and he had a great leadership. Ty Cooper was our first baseman, and he always helped us out. And Graham was in center, and Tommy was our relief guy.
Yeah.
And Josh played shortstop.
And for those who don't know, Dustin was a big pitcher on that team. Won 12 games that year for us.
Yep.
Which, as the former pitching coach there, I always gave our guys a hard time. My high school career, my junior year, I won 11 games, and I always told our guys that they could talk a little smack after they've won more than 11. So this is the only guy ever that's been able to talk some smack with everything. So pretty cool. Well, what I like about your guys is both of your athletic career is you've been involved in multiple sports. Which I think is fantastic, and we're trying to encourage that more and more of of Get Out. That was our interview with Dalton Blanchard a little bit, was how he started so late, kind of specialized and then branched into wrestling his senior year, those things. I understand it's tough, it's difficult. Can you guys talk on the difficulties of being a three-sport athlete, some of the sacrifices you have to make, some of the tough things around it?
Yeah, the obvious one is time management, giving
Mm-hmm.
up time to go to practices, games, tournaments. You can't hang out with your friends every day all the time. You have to sacrifice study time. You have to study on the bus. And other than that, the physical aspect of it, being sore all the time, being just mentally exhausted. I mean, it's all worth it, but it's definitely, you have to be prepared for it. And it's something I've built up over the years.
How much of a mental game is that, playing three sports, not getting the days off, those things of just being mentally tough? You talked about it. I'm sore. I'm this and that. How much does that mental toughness play into that?
A lot, believe it or not. It usually, you would think maybe over these years I would have got over it by now, but it's very, very hard, especially with classes, just struggling to make sure I get everything done, and then being like second guessing myself almost. Am I doing what I need to for this sport in this class? It's just a lot to keep track of in my head. And then when one season ends, I don't have that break to prepare for the next one. I have to go straight into the next one, which it's not a big deal. I like it. It's always fun, but it definitely is tough to transition and to get used to that.
Sure. Dustin, sacrifices involved being a three-sport athlete, the challenges, I guess is a good way to put it. What challenges do you think our three-sport athletes face here?
I mean, she pretty much covered everything. I mean, I don't have much to say now.
I mean, you work a lot too. I don't have a job right now, so that's definitely something new.
Yeah,
that I
just,
don't.
just being able to fit everything in your schedule and
Mm-hmm.
being able to juggle it all and still work as hard as you can, get everything done.
So let's switch gears then. What advice would you guys have for younger kids, our freshmen coming in that are going to be watching this video? They're thinking about becoming a three-sport athlete, something like that. Dustin, what kind of advice would you give them of, hey, do this, don't do that, whatever it would be?
I would for surely do it. I would not play three sports. It it teaches you a lot. It teaches you how to like use your time wisely and
Sure. Breeyn?
Definitely freshman year is the year. If you're debating whether or not to do it because that will give you your first initial experience with coaches, players, and everything. It's not impossible to come in later, but it's a little bit harder to catch up. So definitely if you are thinking about coming in and being a three-sport athlete, do it. And also get close with your teammates and your coaches. I've noticed a huge difference when I go to games and practices having that close connection with them.
Sure. Let's switch gears a little bit here. Something new we've done this year, and I'm sure you guys have your teams have talked about it a little bit. Our coaches have come up with 4 character words: discipline, dedication, passion, and competitive. Um, Tell me what those words mean to you. Dustin, we'll start with you.
passion. That's just being able to, I guess, carry yourself like no matter if you won or lost, and still come back the next day and work as hard as you can, and never give up. Just don't stop.
Sure. Mm-hmm. And Breeyn, jump in. This doesn't
Right.
have to be one or the other. You guys go here.
Yeah.
What those words mean to you?
For all of them total, it's what you need to bring to every practice, every game, what you need to exemplify to your teammates. And I really think they all amount to how you portray yourself as an athlete, how you pick yourself up after making mistakes instead of the frustration you may feel. Instead of using that for negative energy, bring it into something positive to benefit your team. It needs to be a team effort, what you can contribute.
Sure. Which one of those speaks to you guys the most? Which one is the one like, boy, I've got this one down pat. I'm good at this one. Or this is the one that I like the best, want to work on, whatever it is. Which one speaks to you guys the most?
I'm competitive. I hate
Yeah.
losing. I hate losing so much.
Yeah, I would say probably discipline because with being a multi-sport athlete, it's when, I'm not going to lie, there are days when there are practices where I don't want to go or when I don't want to do the conditioning, but I've trained myself to know I have to do this. It'll be better for me in the future and it'll pay off. So that one.
Sure. Let's go a little off script here with it. Favorite memory at Waterloo? I know we talked about it a little bit, but a specific, it doesn't have to be, boy, we won this game. Just a favorite, this happened, that happened. A favorite memory.
A lot there. Probably just every cheer competition, really. When fans came to, okay, here it is, the wrestling team last year came to our home cheer competition because I think they had practice that day, but they all came in the gym and they were supporting us. And it was really fun to build a new bond with that team because we later on went and cheered for them at one of their home matches.
Oh, awesome.
So that was super fun because we would see them in the hallway after a match and say, hey, like, good job. And they do the same thing for us at competitions. They always had our back.
Sure.
And I love that.
Awesome.
My favorite memory it would be on a Friday night and just being able to look up in the stands and just see everyone, like entire town behind you, and it'll give you goosebumps.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing feeling.
Hopefully we have that again in March here. We're hoping, for goodness sakes. One more little off script here. Favorite coach or teacher here at Waterloo? Who has really helped you out an awful lot? Dustin, you can't say your mom. I know she's your favorite teacher, for goodness sakes, but someone besides for your mom who's a teacher here. Favorite coach, favorite teacher at Waterloo?
I mean, for volleyball, I definitely have loved having his mom as my coach. I've been with her since 4th grade playing club ball, and she's always there for me when I need to talk to her about things. But also, Breeyn, Coach M, she was our past year coach. I reach out to her often and ask her about things. She's always been one where you can talk to her on a personal level, and I love that in a coach. So
Sure.
they're my favorite.
There's a lot of them. It's hard to narrow it down.
You can give me a couple. Go for it.
Coach Rose, Coach Vogel, Coach Unger here, Coach Walter. They've all helped me in every aspect of my career, whether it was basketball, football, or baseball. And it's just being able to broaden my knowledge of every sport and being able to excel.
Sure. Excellent. We do have some tremendous coaches here. I mean, we really do. Tremendous teachers, tremendous coaches. So, all right. Thank you very much. We appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you next time.